Have you ever felt burnout from coding? Burnout is a serious issue for programmers. It's actually one of the top challenges coders face. And with the coronavirus in 2020, more workers are reporting burnout than ever before. In fact, 57% of developers in a recent survey on Blind said they were experiencing burnout. To learn how to tell when you're experiencing burnout and how to fix it, check out today's video. Welcome back to The Healthy Coder, where we cover tips and tricks to help you live a healthy life as a software engineer. I've been programming for 8 years now, and I can point out many times where I experienced burnout while programming in university and while working a job. In fact, if you've been programming for a while, you've probably run into burnout at some point. It's only natural as life goes on. In today's video, we're going to cover what is burnout, how can you tell if you have burnout, and how to fix it. Let's start with what is burnout. Burnout is a special type of work-related stress, a state of physical or emotional exhaustion that also involves a sense of reduced accomplishment and loss of personal identity. There are a lot of ways to tell if you're burned out. Read the following and ask yourself if you've ever felt these. You become cynical or critical at work. You drag yourself to work and have trouble getting started. You lack the energy to be consistently productive. You find it hard to concentrate. There's more in this list, but you can see that burnout is tied to having trouble feeling good enough to get your work done. Now, there's two causes for burnout, and to fix your burnout when you feel it, you need to be able to know what's causing it. The first is external. Some deadline or outside force is causing you an issue. We've all been there before. There's a project deadline that's nearby, and there's too much work to complete it. In the software world, this happens all the time on bad projects. There's too many features and not enough time before the deadline. We call this crunch time. The second one is internal. Something is off that's making you not interested in your coding anymore. You just don't have the passion or energy to work like you used to. We call this falling into a rut, and every programmer falls into this cycle at some point. Now, for external burnout, there's usually not much you can do to fix the cause. The best way is to do things that help you feel better in the short term. As a developer, you're not really in charge of deadlines. And even if you push back on a manager or product manager while during sprint planning, a lot of times they just won't move the project timeline back. In another video, I'll cover strategies on how to work with your manager in updating timelines, but for now, let's assume that's not your case and you're just trying to get through a hard project. Because of this, I've tried two methods in the past that have worked in at least making the grind of crunch time less miserable. Tip number 1, get outside. When you're working on a project in this crunch time, taking even a half hour a day seems like an eternity and not a good use of time. But trust me, even getting outside for 30 minutes just to walk, run, or bike has incredible benefits. Just 3 benefits of getting sun are increased vitamin D, improved mood, and higher quality sleep. Even with a half hour spent outside instead of working, I ended up getting more work done over the project I started this on because I felt better overall than if I just told myself you can't take breaks, you need to keep working. Getting outside and into the sun really does wonders. Tip number 2, give yourself a reward. The best thing you can do for yourself during a crunch time situation is to improve your mood. This is because during a stressful work time, your mood takes a huge dive, and you want to make sure you feel as good as you can so that you can be in the position to keep getting work done. The reward itself is up to you, but it could be ordering from your favorite restaurant, playing your favorite video game, or watching your favorite TV show. The goal of this is just to get yourself looking towards the future and feeling good about it, so you can get yourself through this time. Now, for internal burnout, the strategy is different. This is because there is no external situation causing you the stress. It's just that your mind and body don't have the interest in working more. If you're feeling unmotivated overall, and there's nothing outside that's making you feel that way, try these steps. Tip number 3, change your diet. You could be burned out from your diet alone, and so experiment with switching it up. Add more vegetables, especially leafy greens, which contain serotonin, which boosts your mood. Add more fruits to your diet. A lot of people forget to add fruits to their list of snacks, or if they do, they just add one type of fruit. Different fruits contain different nutrients, and so it's important to mix it up. Some studies show that frozen fruits contain less nutrients than fresh fruit, so try to get fresh fruit if you're able to. Some good additions are oranges, which contain vitamin C, dark berries like raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries, which contain antioxidants, bananas, which contain potassium, And lastly, make sure you drink enough water every day. I've had times in the past where I felt like I was drinking a lot of liquids during the day, so I thought I was hydrated enough. But when I actually took note of what I was drinking, I realized most of it was coffee or Coke, both of which dehydrate you. It can be deceiving, so keep track of how much water you drink, because when you get dehydrated, you become tired by default. Try drinking relaxing teas, like herbal teas such as chamomile. Cut down on things that make you feel sluggish or slow. Some common factors could be refined sugar and carbs, which cause people to feel tired and full. If you've ever felt a sugar crash after eating something like cake or cookies, you'll know what this feels like. Also, try limiting alcohol, which by its nature causes dehydration and depresses your immune system. You don't have to go full cold turkey on these. Just try to limit them and see how your body adjusts. Everyone's body is different, so try to mix and match from the tips above and see if they improve your mood. Tip number 4, exercise more. Now this one has specifically worked for me. Whenever I realize that I'm more tired and less efficient at work, I take a look at how much I've worked out over the past couple weeks, and it's always a low amount. Getting back in the gym always boosts my mood and makes me want to work more. If you belong to a gym, that's great, especially something with group classes which keep you motivated to return to exercise with other people. If you don't belong to a gym, there's still a ton of ways you can work out. Try out body weight exercises at home. You could do push-ups, sit-ups, and body squats right inside your house. I like this routine, which I'll put in the description of this video, but it's a very simple workout. You do 21 squats first, then you do 21 push-ups, then you rest and repeat with 15 reps each, and then 9 repetitions each. You get 2 minutes of rest in between sets. So it's very simple, and it's something you could do even just right beside your computer at home. Now, if that's too easy or too hard, just scale it to whatever fits you. Also, if the weather is nice, wherever you are, bike, run, or walk outside. The benefits of working out are infinite, and with exercise being a keystone habit for most people, it's guaranteed to boost your mood. And that's it for today's video. In this video, we covered 1, what is burnout? 2, how do you know if you're burned out? And 3, how to actually fix your burnout. Burnout is hard to deal with, and since it affects everyone at some point in their coding journey, I hope you can walk away with some tips to prepare you for it. Thanks for watching this video. Leave a comment on what your favorite technique for beating burnout is. We'd love to hear them. If you like this video, please comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.